You got to watch this one.
It makes it sound like there's like millions of dead people getting Social Security.
Exactly.
We're just not. That's just not true.
So how many are there dead people? That's because this seemed to me fact.
You need to watch this next video clip because it's so important to understanding how we're going to fight misinformation going forward.
But part of it had to do with how the database was built, and you just didn't necessarily like remove everybody from the database. It didn't mean they were getting money, but it meant they were in the database. And so you could twist that into looking like this is what the president did in his speech. Like, it's true, there's this database that had all these people from 100 years ago. It was not true that they were getting checks.
Did you catch that? Did you catch that moment in the video where Pete Buttigieg explained the reality around the data? And the people on the podcast responded with, oh. For many of us, we already knew that. We understood what the data was, and we understood that the president and Doge was lying. We have people that are broadcasting podcasts to tens of millions of people who did not know that. And the guests that come on their show are not telling them. Part of bro culture, I think, is just ignorance. And having Pete Buttigieg come sit on the couch and explain it to them was shockingly new information. Can you take information? Can you sit on the couch? Can you explain it to someone without attacking them and without fighting them? Can you make a friendly video that explains something that'll make your friends and your family, with just a little bit of information, go, oh, because that, honestly, that oh noise that they all made, I think is our only hope.
He's right. And the answer is sometimes. He said, can you make a friendly, detailed, precise video to help friends and family get to that oh moment? Yeah, I can. I can make a data-driven video. I can give you all the information and facts and whatnot and what have you. I can do that. I have time to research these things. Yes. Can I do it in a friendly manner? Man, I try. I do. I know it doesn't seem like it all the time, but I do try. But people don't make it easy for you to be friendly to them. People don't make it easy for you to want to take the time to be friendly to them while you explain to them for the 10 millionth time what they've done to this country. And so the friendly part is where I struggle. I try to be calm in my videos. I try to be data-driven in my videos. I try to give the same energy I get. And if somebody comes in and has a legitimate question, I try to answer them in a legitimate way without sounding like an asshole, without being insulting, whatnot, what have you. But when somebody comes in and they're cocky and insulting and whatever, I come at them with the data, with the information. I prove them wrong, and then I'm a prick back to them. Because I'm sorry, I'm done letting that shit go. And motherfuckers need to be called out for being motherfuckers. But he's right about how we need to try to get through to these people in a way that is going to make them go, oh, that is going to make them see information that they don't currently have and realize that what they've been fed is bullshit. What you've been told is not accurate. Here's the data. Pete Buttigieg just laid it out for those guys on the podcast. Yes, there are people on the Social Security rolls that are 100 plus years old, but they're not getting checks. It's just the way the system was created, that once they're done, they don't get taken out of the system. They just stop getting a fucking check. But see, that little slice of reality, Fox isn't going to tell you that. OAN isn't going to tell you that. Newsmax isn't going to tell you that. Your local AM radio stations aren't going to tell you that. Your large radio personalities like Laura Ingraham aren't going to tell you that. Donald Trump sure as fuck isn't going to tell you that. The Republicans in Congress aren't going to fucking tell you that, because they need you to believe the other thing. And as long as they omit that part of it, and they just tell you there are people in the Social Security system that are 100, 150 years old, then you just believe that we're writing checks to people who are 100 and 150 years old. And where's that money going to? Nowhere, because those checks don't exist.